What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Groovitate number 6. Lamaroc here, your one and only.
Yeah, this food tastes good.
Here we are with your number 3, backing track by Agung Mango, All I See. Go check them out. Chopping the Merkaba there, visualizing that shape around me while using some Ashtanga yoga methods, I guess you could say, mixing it with other things that I want to be doing during my warm-ups. So I didn't dance that day and took a few days off to recover. Here's your number 4. I've been recording Groovitates almost daily for the first 2 weeks of February. Here I am, just working on other things like my hip flexors and my shoulders there, do some physio Pilates exercise that I learned. But here we are, session time approximately 11 minutes and a half. Shoutouts to my auntie for shoutouts to Tita Susan for buying me those pajama pants. And so if you see me lift my knees here in this groove, it's very reminiscent of 90s and late 80s hip-hop grooves. Even the posturing, my body bent forward. And a few years ago I realized that that's also very typical b-boy style posturing. Yeah, like ballet dancers have straight backs, whereas b-boys have hunched over bodies, same as lockers, same as poppers that do boogaloo style. And so I was just wondering, like, how could I do those grooves with my top rock? So you can see here, freestyling my top rock, I'm quite conscious about my arms. Ooh, look at that one. Trying to put a few sort of ticking elements here. And so I really try and work off that basic groove and the steps that I'm doing in it and trying to build around those. Keeping my upper body activated as well. Making sure that I've got constant rhythms going. And there's always this thing about, going in a circle when you're doing top rock. It's very typical of indigenous dance in North America and in other parts of the world to dance in circles. That's why they call it the powwow. As you see, I'm slowly and gradually making my way down, and I'm doing my sugar pop knee drop there. He did it on Soul Train, and I just thought that was genius. You could hit the beat, the snare, by just dropping your knee to the ground. And here we are rocking now with the basic Sacramento walk that uprockers also use. I'm not sure what that move is called in Latin dance, but I'm pretty sure it's a convention, a foundation of particular Latin dance styles. And it allows me to keep my rhythm while I'm burning and doing gestures. Here I'm doing the mambo number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice step. Sort of gets the body swinging, having multiple rhythms going on. Then my arms are trying to find that. Yeah, not really following it there, but this is a warm-up. So I've been listening to a lot of Filipino music recently, and the production on it's real tight. It's a way for me to get in touch with my own culture. But I know this song, so it allows me to sort of access the sounds easier. But is it truly freestyle if you know this song? Hey. guess only partially. But yeah, the chorus section is really nice because it's like a real simple pattern of music. I guess that's probably why I do like elements of trap. But now we've gone into a halftime, and if you notice the way I move, because I'm using the popping and boogaloo techniques here, I've got this kind of what I call a hybrid sort of animation groove. So animation styles teach you things like robot, cyclops, etc, etc, and you know, so many different animation styles, and it just helps me keep rigid so it feels like and looks like I actually am popping. Because if I don't use those sort of hybrid grooves, animation and slow motion, right, then it just looks like I'm just dancing using popping techniques. I'm not actually popping. And so yeah, now the beat's gone back to halftime, but the drum patterns have changed into more of a boom bap here, and so I'm, you know, more of like a sort of boom bap groove, just trying to kick it on that vibe and following certain sounds and making accent and, you know, sounds and accents and rocking with that. But now yeah, here we are back to the double time, and you know, I think for the average person this is simple dancing here, but you'll be quite surprised to find a lot of actually high technique, high caliber dancers for some reason can't do these simple grooves. Hey, Maligaw makes a return. Terrible version of it anyway. Yeah, that's a nice short song there by ACDMND and Awie. I've got a cousin named Awie actually. Check this track by the same group, Sumabay sa Paglipad. It sounds real 90s, man. It's just, it's almost got a Dre vibe about it. Again, see, I'm using that same groove and then switch there into the hybrid animation, strutting, boogaloo, whatever style. Yeah, so you can see there how my upper body was quite rigid and tense there. That's an animation technique. So actually I have this tension on my upper body, sort of keeping it there. It's almost like you're actually frozen, like you're scared stiff. That's the word. Now I'm going to my sort of waves, and then now here back into this sort of robot animation vibes there. Boom. Using my sister's bench there as part of the dance. Having time to stop, not doing way too much. Bang. So sometimes less is more, and in this case I think it is working for me here. Using the floor with my timing. So this is a style of, I guess, boogaloo we learned from Sugar Pop back in the day. And because I never really pursued my popping, and there weren't as many popping competitions back when we were killing it, I guess, yeah, kind of got left out of the scene, hey. There you go, some ticking with the snaking. And really, in this instance, your outfit definitely lends itself. So the thin pajama pants that I'm rocking, actually Muslim pants from the south of the Philippines, they're just real thin, so they have this ripple every time I pop. And then my mum's gardening hat that I'm wearing there just adds more shape to my head, so I use that to my advantage when I'm doing head rolls. Here you can see now I'm sort of using that technique of sort of real flimsy, almost like a puppet Gumby kind of flimsy style, wobbly style. So just groove around. Definitely use the crazy legs way too much, but you know, it's like, it feels so good to do, so I love using it as a step. And I'm not in competition now, I'm just trying to dance, so you know, just trying to build paths and patterns, you know, trying to work on angles and staying there. Now I'm doing a one-arm Steve Martin, bring it back the other way, a little relaxed about it. Just somehow the freestyling within the style there, which I highly recommend for peeps. I'm not sure what that step is called. I know there's a name for it. We're rocking that into the shing-a-ling. We're just vibing out here. Some basic party line dance styles. Doing the Bismarck key. I guess, you know, when you know about a particular era of dance, oh, that was a nice one there. Particular era of dance, the style of that era. You know, when you hear the music that goes to it, you know, it's an opportunity for you to do those steps. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into Groovitate episode number 6. I hope you enjoyed the shorter, bite-sized versions. We'll see you at the next one. Groovitate 7.